Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting, titillating, orgasmic edition of Radical Rock and Record Reviews. And I'm your host, Wild Ride Bassist. And today, guys, let's just cut right to the chase. Today I'm gonna give my review. Finally, I've had this album. This album's been out for 2 weeks now. I've lived with it for 2 weeks. I've listened to it 8 times now. This album has barely left my CD player in the car. It's barely left my CD player here at home. I'm telling you what, I've been soaking this album up, partly because I want to review it. I want to give it a great review because it is, in fact, one of my favorite artists of all time. One of the most important artists to my life, dude. I mean, this is like a life-changing artist for me when I discovered this artist as a kid. So, you know what episode this is. We're talking about Alice Cooper's brand new album, Detroit Stories. Dude, I love Alice Cooper, man. He's in my top 3 artists for sure. Top 3, top 4, whatever, dude. Alice Cooper, my love for rock and roll. And a huge part, I owe it all to Alice Cooper. And I owe it to my dad. I owe it to my Aunt Sandy, because growing up back in the day, they were both huge Alice Cooper fans. And because of them, it's like Alice Cooper was enriched into my DNA pretty much from day one. But anyway, guys, the brand new Alice Cooper album. I got some notes written down in my handy dandy notebook. You know how it goes, guys. I take some notes. I write my thoughts down, baby. I write my thoughts down. But anyway, guys, Alice Cooper Detroit Stories on CD. Got the CD version, the limited edition version, that comes with the DVD of A Paranormal Evening at the Olympia, Paris. Dude, excellent stuff. There's the album cover. I really dig this album cover. At first, when I first saw it, now let me go into this. When I first saw this album cover right here, I didn't like it. I was like, it's kind of a little subpar for Alice Cooper standards. And honestly, when I first heard this album, but now, wait a minute, before I get into that, but now, I think it's a killer album cover. I love it, dude. I mean, it's kind of got like a cool Batman, Gotham City kind of vibe, you know? I think it's a very cool album cover, you know? Has the classic Constrictor era logo, which has kind of become over the years, the standard Alice Cooper logo, which I love. And then it's got the eyes from Love It to Death, classic Alice Cooper images with a cool Batman Gotham City kind of deal. Then there's the spine for all the geeks that give a shit. Check it out. And there's the back. Alice Cooper looking as cool as ever. 73 years old, guys. 73 years old. And I tell you what, Alice Cooper is the real king of rock and roll. He's the real Prince of Darkness. I don't want to hear your shit. I love Ozzy. But come on, dude. Alice Cooper is the true Prince of Darkness. Alice Cooper never disappoints. There he is, 73 years old. Hasn't lost a step. Still releasing great music. Killing it. Kicking ass. Here is you open the CD up, check it out. I put the hype sticker right there, so that's kind of cool, but there's the inside of it. There's the DVD with the live band, dude. Alice Cooper's live band, in my opinion, right now featuring Ryan Roxie, Tommy Henriksen, Nita Strauss, Chuck Garrett, Glenn Sobel, one of the hottest, most killer rockin' bands out on the fucking road. And speaking of them, Alice Cooper announced it last week that he's planning the next album. And featuring on that album, man, ever since pretty much Nita Strauss joined the band, I've been hoping and praying for a brand new Alice Cooper album featuring the new lineup. And last week on Ryan Roxie's podcast, Alice Cooper announced that the next album might be entitled The Road or just Road, and it will feature the fucking live band. Yeah! Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Yeah! But anyway, let's get down to it, guys. Detroit Stories, the brand new Alice Cooper album. Let's get into the review. Now, I wrote these notes. on my first listen. 2 weeks ago on the Friday morning it came out. And the problem is with Alice Cooper is, and being such a hardcore Alice fan, the problem with Alice Cooper is, in my opinion, is he has like 27, 28, 29, whatever, studio albums. And he's been around for 50 years, over 50 years in some form, from Pretty's For You until now. And the problem with Alice Cooper is, to me, being a hardcore fan, is over the last 51, 52, 53 years, Alice Cooper's done so much music. And he's done so many different styles. I mean, he's done, he's done kind of theatrical rock. He's went through a new wave phase. He went through a metal phase. He went through a hair metal phase, glam metal phase, garage rock, industrial, the original Alice Cooper band sound. So, with that being said, all of the styles that Alice has done over the years, I feel with each release, I have my own expectations in my mind. I have my own expectations of what I want to hear from Alice Cooper, And lots of times, and this can go with any bands that have been around for a long time, but I think Alice Cooper is one of the artists for me that becomes a factor more, just because he has so much music, But I have my personal expectations of what I want for an Alice album, and then when I get the new album, at first I'm kind of disappointed in it because it's not exactly what I was wanting to hear. You get me? You feel me? But nonetheless, when I first listened to this, the first run through, I liked it. I thought it was pretty strong, but I wasn't all that impressed. I was like, man, after his last album, Paranormal in 2017, that was a great album. And after that, following this up, I thought this album was kind of a letdown, to be honest. I wasn't really digging the fact that there was lots of covers on this, but now, after 2 weeks of listening to this, and it growing on me, and it seeping in, and, getting past my expectations that I had, and just digging Alice Cooper Detroit Stories for what it is, gotta say, guys, right off the bat, I love this album. I think it's very strong. It's Alice Cooper going back to that, of course, classic Detroit rock and roll sound of, Love It to Death, Killer, School's Out, all that stuff. But really, more than that, it's Alice going back to the sounds of The Eyes of Alice Cooper from 2003. It's going back to the sound of Dirty Diamonds from 2005. And honestly, I hear a lot of that era. I hear a lot of Eyes of Alice Cooper, Dirty Diamonds, mixed in with a lot of the blackout period from the early 80s, like Flush the Fashion, and Special Forces mostly. That's my synopsis, my quick synopsis of the overall album. Going back to that garage rock, Detroit style of Eyes of Alice Cooper, Dirty Diamonds, mixed with Flush the Fashion, Special Forces, and even bringing in some new influences, But anyway, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. Let's get to the notes. So like I said, I wrote these notes first listen, and my opinions have changed a lot since then, in a good way. So I'm gonna run through some of these notes I made of the stuff that I still stand by. Track number 1, Rock and Roll, which is a Lou Reed cover, Velvet Underground cover. I'm not a Lou Reed fan, definitely not a Velvet Underground fan, except the live album Rock and Roll Animal, featuring Alice Cooper's band, Steve Hunter, Dick Wagner, Prakash John, the Welcome to My Nightmare band. That album fucking rules. Lou Reed, Rock and Roll Animal. Check it out. It's badass. One of these days I'm going to do a full episode on it because I love that album so much. But anyway, Rock and Roll. Lou Reed cover. This is the notes I put. Cool cover. Alice Cooper sounds great. Great guitar and bass work. Not sure if this is the best choice for an opening song. That's what I wrote. Now, I totally disagree. I think it's a perfect opening track for Detroit Stories, Badass song. Alice Cooper turns a Lou Reed song into a classic Alice Cooper sound and tune. Number 2, Go Man Go. Classic Alice Cooper. Like I said earlier, it sounds like the Eyes of Alice Cooper, Dirty Diamonds era. Kind of reminds me a little of something from Flush the Fashion. Killer face-melting guitar solo. This is what I want from Alice Cooper in the 2020s. That's what I want from Alice Cooper. Great classic song. Go Man Go rules. Love that track. Song playing in the background. Track number 3. Very polarizing song for fans, I think. Our Love Will Change the World. I've seen lots of people online and different forums I'm in, different Alice Cooper groups, just friends and fans, period, say, this song sucks ass, it's too poppy, it does not sound nothing like Alice Cooper. And to me, I have to say, are you even really an Alice Cooper fan? Do you even really know Alice Cooper's music? Because Our Love Will Change the World, in my opinion, is one of the best Alice Cooper songs on this album. I love it. It's perfect Alice. It's, if you really listen to the lyrics, yes, but like lots of classic Alice Cooper songs. Dead Babies, Sick Things, Mary Ann. That's Alice's Only Women Bleed. That's Alice Cooper's style. He takes these poppy, very catchy hard rock songs, okay? And writes these fucking morbid, dark humorous lyrics to them. And that's what this song is, dude. Our Love Will Change the World. I love this song. Very Alice. So happy, but yet so creepy and dark and lyric. And in my opinion, when you listen to the lyrics, you may not like it now, but you'll get used to it somehow. To me, I think that this song, when I hear it, I think it's kind of aimed at this ridiculous cancel culture shit and this whole politically correct crowd, you know, how they're trying to run everything and change everything. You may not like it now, but you'll get used to it. Our love will change the world. I think he's using the word love metaphorically. It's not really, it's their version of love, but it's not our version of love. It's fucked up and weird, very dark, creepy song. And when you watch the lyric video with the little evil demonic kids with the Alice Cooper makeup on, it takes it to a whole different level. I love Our Love Will Change the World. One of my favorite tracks on the album, definitely. Classic Alice Cooper song. So far, 3 for 3, Alice Cooper's killing it. And I also got to bring up Bob Ezrin, dude. I love the production on this album. Very heavy, not brick-walled and all that shit that goes on a lot nowadays. Alice Cooper and Bob Ezrin killing it so far. Track number 4, song playing in the background. And my favorite song on the album, totally takes you back to Love It to Death, Killer, Eyes of Alice Cooper, Dirty Diamonds vibe, Social Debris. My notes, classic Alice. Best song on the album. Love that opening Dennis Dunaway bass lick. That classic. One of the best bass players, in my opinion, of all time. Dennis Dunaway, give him props, which he helped write this song. Original Alice Cooper group sound, killing it. The solo, the guitar solo, totally reminds me a little bit of Halo Flies. Classic Alice Cooper song, best track on the album. Once this COVID shit lifts and hopefully Alice Cooper goes on a Detroit Stories tour, I would love to hear this song live. I think Social Debris could kill it live. We're kind of going right along with the track listing. That's cool. Track number 5, $1,000 high heel shoes. My notes originally, first dud, ... Cool tune, doesn't suck, but here it is, those expectations. Not what I want from Alice. Dude, I totally disagree with that now. Dude, $1,000 high heel shoes, yes, it's different. It's not that dark, creepy, serious Alice Cooper that a lot of us might want. That's what I was wanting originally. But dude, $1,000 high heel shoes is totally Alice Cooper. Great song, killer song that me and my buddy John Bon and Joey Dildoey both love. Classic Alice Cooper song. And $1,000 high heel shoes. Great song. It sounds like it could have been off of like School's Out. You know, put that next to Blue Turk or something, or slap that bad boy on Alice Cooper Goes to Hell, or even like Some Folks off Welcome to My Nightmare. $1,000 high heel shoes, killing it. Track number 6. Hail Mary, full of grace. Hail Mary, what you doing in this place? Hail Mary, dig the riff, cool keyboards underneath the chorus riff. More eyes of Alice Cooper and Dirty Diamond sound. Very cool track. Track number 6, Hail Mary. Number 7, Detroit City 2021. Another classic Alice Cooper song. Very much, in my opinion, very much improved over the original, which was on 2003's The Eyes of Alice Cooper. Killer song, classic Alice Cooper, along with Social Debris. I'd love to hear that song live too on the Detroit Stories tour. Hopefully it happens later this year, next year. So yeah, Detroit City 2021, excellent classic Alice Cooper. Track number 8, my son Grayson really likes this song. Actually, my son Grayson really likes this album. I think this is the album that's gonna probably turn him into an Alice Cooper fan, just saying. But Drunk and in Love. Great opening lyrics that never fail to crack me up. I saw you, baby, and I pissed my pants. Love it, dude. Classic, stupid, goofy Alice Cooper. Love it, dude. Cool bluesy vibe. I think this song's about drunk homeless people. He's talking about sleeping in my cardboard box. You know, he's talking about trying to get another drunk homeless, maybe methed out chick to come and hang out with him and get it on in his cardboard box, something like that. Anyway, Drunken in Love, pretty freaking cool song. My son Grayson digs it. That's always cool. No, number 9. Okay, Independence Dave. My notes say straight up blackout period sounding Alice Cooper. Definitely. This song reminds me of something that could have been off of Zipper Catches Skin. It's definitely got that. This is the day my dead pet returned to save my life. It's kind of got that kind of humor, or kind of like off of Dada, I Love America. That kind of weird, silly, zany Alice Cooper humor. Independence Dave, kind of Zipper Catches Skin, kind of stupid. You know, if you're just riding around with a friend or somebody in your car that doesn't know a lot about Alice Cooper and doesn't really get Alice Cooper's humor, his style, this song would be kind of embarrassing for like a person to hear. Like, let's say they've never heard any Alice Cooper before, and then they hear Independence Dave, and they're like, what the fuck are you listening to? It'd be like, yeah, it's Alice Cooper. They'd be like, ugh, Alice Cooper kind of sucks. But he doesn't. He's ingenious. Really, Independence Dave is the only song on this album that I feel isn't that great. But it's still cool. I don't skip it. I think it's a killer song. But just kind of dumb, goofy, whatever. Another song my son Grayson likes. Track number 10, I Hate You. Killer riff. Vocals by all the original Alice Cooper group. You got Alice Cooper singing. You got Neil Smith singing. Mike Bruce, Dennis Dunaway. And then at the end, they all rag on each other. I hate you and your platinum hair. You know, they rag on each other the whole song. And then the last verse is all of the guys sharing vocals and singing about Glenn Buxton and like a tribute to him. It's pretty cool. Really dig the riff. And the I hate you. That slide guitar work and that kind of weird, kind of creepy riff that's in that chorus totally reminds me of Vicious Rumors off of the Special Forces album. That song totally could have came off of Special Forces in my opinion. Okay. Track number 11. Wonderful, Wonderful World. Okay. Very Jim Morrison sounding vocals. Yes. Exclamation point. Exclamation point. Exclamation point. Exclamation point. Love it. Again, this is what I want from Alice. This is what I want from Alice. Sick, dark, atmospheric songs. Very different sounding. Once again, kind of blackout period, Alice Cooper, Special Forces. I could take a full album like this. Second favorite song on the album, I think. Okay. Track number 12. She's my sister Ann. I sing this song all the damn time. This song is so infectious. I'm not for sure, but I believe this song is like an MC. Yeah, it's an MC5 cover. I'm not like a huge MC5 fan or really into their music. Not saying they suck or anything. I'm just not really that big into them. MC5 cover. Sounds like old school Alice Cooper. Sounds like the Eyes of Alice Cooper, Dirty Diamonds, the original Alice Cooper group. Banger of a song. Banger of a song. Killer. That chorus always gets stuck in my head. Sister Ann rocks. Track number 3. Hanging on by a thread. Hanging on by a thread. Don't give up. Okay? This is what I wrote. Hell yes. Return to the brutal planet sound of Alice Cooper. Classic Alice Cooper. More dark, serious album. We need a full album of this. Love the vibe. This song always reminds me of the uncertainties of the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic, which is true. But this version, Hanging On by a Thread, the one that's on Detroit Stories, and the one that was released last May as a single during the beginning of the pandemic, they're different. The lyrics to the original one talks about the pandemic and us surviving it and don't give up. This version on this album is more of like a suicide awareness version, and I don't really care for that aspect of it, you know, because, I mean, to me, being a huge Alice Cooper fan, it really helped me out at the beginning of the pandemic. You know, the uncertainties of it. We didn't know if we were gonna fucking die or what. And then Alice Cooper releases a badass new song, and to me, I just kind of like it like that, you know. It brings back, you know, in 15, 20 years, I'll look back at that song and be like, Alice Cooper was there for us. Alice Cooper was there for me during the beginning of this crazy-ass pandemic. But they changed the lyrics. But one thing I do like better on the album version is it has a killer-ass bluesy guitar solo. So you take that solo and then you put it in the original pandemic version of Don't Give Up, Hang On by a Thread, whatever. And I think that would be the ultimate version. But nonetheless, love it. Think it's a great classic Alice Cooper song. Glad it's included on this album. I just wish that it was the original lyrics and not the suicide prevention version. I like the COVID pandemic version better. All right, so yeah. Oh, hang on. Flip the page. Wrong. Here you go. Back to Alice Cooper. Okay, track number 14. Shut Up and Rock. Why can't you just shut up and rock? Shut Up and Rock. Probably my third favorite song on this album. Blistering song from the start. More Eyes of Alice Cooper, Dirty Diamond sound. Love the riff. And honestly, in some way, if I was the producer of this album, I might have started the album off with this song. Because it's just got that driving, thumping, grinding, blood-curdling bass in the beginning, the heavy guitar riff. And it's just straight up, you know, Alice Cooper saying, shut up and rock, you know. I think I would have started this album off with this song. I think it's killer. You know, a big middle finger to the pompous, political correct, social media obsessed culture. Alice Cooper once again just being cool and not giving a fuck. That's classic Alice Cooper. That's why we love him. You know, in some ways when I hear these lyrics, I know some of the lyrics are talking about like to a chick, but a lot of time whenever I hear these lyrics on Shut Up and Rock, it makes me think of two people. It makes me think of Ted Nugent, and it makes me think of Paul Stanley. Like, I almost kind of feel like, to me, Alice Cooper's kind of pointing at them and just saying, you know what? Shut up about your politics and all this nonsense and just shut up and rock. Great song. Third favorite song on the album. And the final track, track number 15 on this excellent album, Detroit Stories, Bob Seger cover, East Side Story. My notes say Bob Seger cover, fuzzy ass guitar tone, love it. Great vocals by the Coop. Killer guitar solo, I think done by Wayne Kramer. Great bass work during the solo. Good, heavy, kick-ass song. So you know what? On my original notes, I gave this album 3 stars. That was 2 weeks ago on my first listen. This album is absolutely a grower. I think Detroit Stories is excellent. Is it Alice Cooper's best album? No. Is it his worst album? Hell no. To me, it's a great, kick-ass, middle-of-the-pack Alice Cooper album. And I'm so glad we have Alice Cooper releasing new music in 2021. He's not being like Paul Stanley and Kiss and just being a fucking nostalgia act and just doing the same old fucking shit and being a traveling jukebox over and over and over. No, Alice Cooper is a real artist, one of my favorite artists of all time. My number one, if I got to hang out with any rock star, it would definitely be Alice Cooper. I fucking love Alice Cooper. Alice, I love you, man. I salute you. Thank you for giving us new music and being creative and not being some nostalgia, traveling jukebox bullshit, okay? Detroit Stories, killer album, out of 5 stars. I think I'd give it 4 stars on an Alice Cooper scale. Only comparing it to Alice Cooper and his previous stuff, I'd give it a strong 4-star rating. So now, let's get to the unboxing of the vinyl. I ordered the limited edition Spider Eyes splattered vinyl from Good Records. Good Records. They only made 1,000 of these, and I got number 471, if you see that. So yeah, Good Records, AstroTurf edition. 471 out of 1,000, includes a limited edition 12x12 art print of the original Alice Cooper band. Honestly, in my opinion, one of the greatest fucking original killer bands of all time. You got Alice, Mike Bruce, Dennis Dunaway, the Platinum, it's Glenn Buxton, then the Platinum God, Neil Smith. Excellent stuff. So yeah, and it came in this nice sleeve. Once again, there's badass Alice Cooper, check him out. So let's take it out. So it came with this, drop some stuff. Came with this cool art print. Hang on. Drop some stuff, sorry guys. Came with that cool art print. It came with, check this out. This Good Records, Alice Cooper Detroit Stories baseball trading card. That's pretty fucking cool. I love stuff like this, dude, you know. Being a hardcore Kiss geek like myself, I just love, this kind of stuff. Got a cool sticker I'm probably gonna put on my refrigerator, or maybe here in the music room, music cave. Good Records, definitely check them out, guys. And if you can, if this is still available, order it. Got a cool thank you for purchasing card from Good Records. Check it out. And oh yeah, this is badass. Check this out. Good Records sticker, which I love this, with the Alice Cooper Spider Eyes. How cool is that, guys? So yep, there's that. And then here is, that's all the cool like little bonuses. And here it is. Bam. On vinyl. Alice Cooper Spider Eyes splattered vinyl. Love it. There's the cool Batman Gotham City-esque album cover. There's the hype sticker. There's the back. Let me get my guitar pick. And we're gonna find the slit on this bad boy. Or bad girl. Let's find the slit on the bad girl. Not the bad boy. Yeah, see in the background there's playing Independence Day, Dave, and I'm not really that crazy about that song, but it's good. It's still a good, cool, classic Alice Cooper sounding song. It's kind of goofy. All right, so there it is. Check out. There it is with all the sheen. Look at that. God, that album cover is, like I said, like this album, musically, the album cover was a grower to me, and this album was definitely a grower. If you don't like this album, give it some more listens, man, and it will grow on you, and it will kick you straight in the ball sack like it did me. Check that out. There's the back. Open up the gatefold. I haven't seen this. I always wait for you guys when I do vinyl unboxings, because I love you. So check that out. There's the cool gatefold. Excellent, cool stuff. And, okay, here is disc 1. It's got the lyrics. Cool lyric sheet right there. There's the front. There's the back. Our love will change the world. Love it. All right, so here you go. I'm gonna close my eyes like we always do and do a little unveiling. Here we go. Da, 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 da. Where's that? Ooh, yeah. Check that out. That's cool, man. Look at it. Very cool. Spider eyes. It does look like Alice Cooper's makeup. Just kind of like an exaggerated version. Check that out. Very cool. Very cool. There's disc one. Check it. Very cool, guys. Very cool. Thank you all for hanging out with me. Does it come with anything? Like I don't think it comes with a download card, but I don't need it. Got the cool CD. There's that. There's disc number 2. Sides C and D, or 3 and 4, whatever. Side C and D, yeah. And then here you go. Disc number 2. Check that out, man. Badass. Can't wait to hear this on vinyl. I've been cranking the CD for 2 weeks straight. And, you know, love it. Detroit Stories, definitely a good album. And so far, I gotta say, guys, 2021 is gonna be yet again another great classic year for hard rock and heavy metal music, I have a feeling. And, you know, I gotta be honest with you. So far, there's been some great releases so far this year. But so far, we'll see if it can hold on to the slot. But Alice Cooper Detroit Stories is my album of the year so far, but we'll see. So guys, I want to thank you all for tuning in. We're at 31 minutes. I don't want to keep you any longer. Hope you guys are rocking out to Detroit Stories. After I get off here, me and my son Grayson are going to go to FYE and pick up the new Rob Zombie album. Yeah, so we're looking forward to that. But guys, thank you for tuning in to Radical Rock and Record Reviews. And coming up next, I will be announcing the winner of the 500 subscriber contest that wins the Wild Ride t-shirt and the Wild Ride CD. And I will be answering all your questions you guys got from me. So that's coming up next. Also been working on an Alice Cooper ranking video. That'll probably be coming up very soon. And I want to thank you all, guys. Y'all killing it on the subscriptions, killing it on the likes, the shares, the notification bell smashes. All that cool stuff. Guys, check out my band Wild Ride, WYLD, RYDE on Facebook, official Wild Ride on Instagram, and now check us out at wildride.bandcamp.com, and you can score cool Wild Ride t-shirts. We got stickers, we got the City Streets remastered CD up there, we got trucker hats, and coming up soon on Wild Ride Bandcamp, we got patches. We got some really badass looking patches for your cool denim vest and denim leather jackets. So guys, thank you all so much. Y'all rock, and until next time, I'll see you later.